Hi, I'm Matt Ficini from Melbourne Victory, and you're watching The Wrap with Carlos and Simo.
Thanks, Matt Ficini from the Melbourne Victory. We know you guys are big fans of The Wrap, so we are returning the favour, but also thanks to Melbourne Victory for being with us on Harris Street Reserve here. Not just for the Wolves, but for the whole Southwest soccer community. It was great to see Warrnambool, Rangers, Hamilton Soccer Club, Warrnambool Lions, and Mount Gambier here with a few kids running around. It was fantastic to see a few of those.
Doing a few squiggles here and there, and having a kick with some of the young lads and lasses, and
it was great.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Simo, you forgot to bring your pen on Sunday morning. I was busy signing a few autographs myself. So to all those kids that got my autograph, good on you.
I do apologise, but I mean we've spread the word so much that the Victory boys say we're keen to go and Simo and Carlos, can we have a bit of a photo? So we're more than happy to do a photo.
Yeah, of course.
There's a photo.
Look at those boys.
We want to help you guys spread the word. How about we do some promos? We don't even do it for SBS.
That's correct.
And as we've just seen, we've got a promo from the lads from Ficini. So, but in all seriousness, if I may, it was a absolutely fantastic day, and it was a great turnout.
It was a great turnout, and we even brought the good weather for the morning session. We said to the weather gods to make sure that everything runs smooth for the kids, and it was lovely sunny day. Plenty of activities for the kids, a lot of signing to be done.
Memberships here
and there. That's right, and the Victory are very happy with us, so I'm sure they'll be back again to Warrnambool to play maybe play again. Like they did in Terrell. Oh, that was the other club. But that's right. We won't talk about the other club.
Who?
This one.
I see blue. I'm just seeing blue. I see blue. I see Melbourne Victory blue. So again, thanks, lads and lasses, for coming down.
And I'm a Victory supporter. So, but we're actually going to be talking to a Heart supporter soon as well in this episode.
Yes, we're bringing an exclusive interview.
We're bringing an interview for you guys from someone from the league. Very important to the league in this year. But moving ahead,
yes.
Simo, there was some senior soccer played at Harris Street.
It was.
Round 10.
Round 10, the last round of phase 2. We start off with the Thunderhawks taking on the Deakin Dragons, and I thought, well, the Deakin Dragons, both teams coming off a win.
They're both coming off very good wins. Very good wins. Thunderhawks defeating the Stingrays on Friday night the week before, and Deakin Dragons away to Warrnambool. Very good win as well. So both teams looking for that second win for the Hawks, looking for the third win in a row. And to tell the truth, it was very, very good game by both teams. Particularly the girls in the squads for both teams. Lara Angarano, Katie Holman, Rita Hewson played a fantastic game as well as for the Hawks and the Deakin Dragons there, named in some of the best. But as you can see some of the footage here, we also had fantastic footage in high definition.
Exciting footage. The first time we've had 3 cameras. So we have to, we must shout out to Chris Bellman and Joel Barker, for letting us have access to the equipment. Perhaps it might become a regular for these games, but gives you a different angle as to how the goals
and we'll see. I mean, the footage today that you're seeing is experimental as well, but we're certainly playing around with the format, and hopefully it works well, and we might be able to get 3 angles from the games that get filmed. So
exciting
as you can see, a lot happening in the game here. 2 good teams matching up to each other. The Dragons really looking to climb the ladder. They're sitting at the bottom, but their points for finals aren't far away from anyone else. So, and the Hawks were really trying to consolidate that 3rd spot. What happened? Well, what happened? Deakin Dragons.
Talk about a first half that not even the best scriptwriters in Hollywood could think of. Half-time score 1-0 to the Deakin Dragons.
Check out this goal, ladies and gentlemen, from a corner.
a fantastic corner. We've got the two angles going on as well. Fantastic. It was Chris Bellman. I'm sure it was Chris Bellman.
It was Chris Bellman.
Showing us how to do a corner kick.
Took a corner kick. What happened there, Simon, there was two corners. One from the east side, which came in from Maiden Line, kicking it in. And they earned the second corner straight away. Clearance there by Nick Johnson, I think. And then what happened was that Chris Bellman stood up, ready to take a corner kick. It's coming, whipped it in nicely, and nobody else has touched it. It's gone in.
It's kind of just beating the keeper in the middle, and Davey Yates here on the left-hand side, he's just kind of watching, perhaps in awe
Of the corner.
He's tried to get a foot, and it just didn't quite get to it. So it was a fantastic free kick.
Free kick.
By the
Corner. No, very well done. And at that point, the elements were still kind to both teams. You can see some of the cloud coming in, but that clouds were in the way, but they weren't really there. But at the end of the half, Dragons 1-0 up. And looking like they could have gone a little bit ahead.
And they were playing pretty impressive, I must say, yeah.
They were. Again, Chris was their full-back and certainly cutting off a lot of the dangers there. Cameron Jennings and goals didn't really have to do much in the first half,
No.
but the second half was a different script was written. The Hawks regrouped, and within 10 minutes of the second half started, guess who's on the scoring sheet again?
Let's see. Oh, it had to be Mr. Deadly Dan Sedgley.
Deadly Sedgley. We got a bit of footage of Sedgley as well.
Yeah,
ducking under the ball over here.
I was very tempted to perhaps pull that particular moniker away from Dan, but he's redeemed himself with a 56-minute goal. Well done to you, sir. Mark Hawkins getting in on the party 9 minutes later with a 65th minute goal, and that gave them the lead. It gave them a 2-1 lead at that point.
And Mark struck the ball really well. Young Cameron Jennings actually dove to his right, trying to get to that, but it was a stinging shot. They came in and hit the back of the net, so that made it advantage Hawks. And can you believe it? It was a tight game, and then something must have happened, because in that 2-minute spell, the Hawks go and score 3 goals. 78th minute, Dan Sedgley comes in and scores his brace. Second goal. I didn't see that goal. Did you remember seeing it? You were doing the line in the other game.
I was doing the other game, yes.
But I believe that was a traditional. Sedge gets the ball, runs around all the way and kick and goal. The other one that I saw, like 30 seconds from the kickoff from that goal, in the 78th minute as well, Hartley Russell, again, was playing really attacking role, putting pressure on the defence, the Deakin defence, and it worked this time because he won the ball and scored another goal. 78th minute.
Make it 4-1.
2 minutes later, Mark Hawkins again puts one in, slides one in nicely past Cameron Jennings, and the Dragons are now looking at a 5-1 scoreline. That 2 minute spread, 3 goals, and that pretty much killed the game for the Dragons. But the Dragons never say die, and even when the hail and the thunder and the pouring rain came in, 2 goals to the Dragons pulled it. 84th minute, Chris Bellman awarded a penalty, and he took his chance, placed it nicely. 84th minute. 1 minute later, who is it? Simone?
That's the line, Aiden Line, making it a respectable 3-5 scoreline. So,
and there was chances for them. They were looking for the draw, the Dragons. They really pushed up really deep in the last 5 minutes, and the Hawks held on for a streak-breaking win. Let's give a clap to the Hawks, because that's 3 in a row, 3 wins in a row, and that.
They're starting to come right just about at the right time as well, sort of getting nearer to the business end of things. So, but the Deakin Dragons, I think, played a very, very respectable game and can hold their heads up, because the Thunder Hawks are coming along very nicely. So, I think there's a lot of fight left in the Deakin Dragons.
Yeah, in the Deakin Dragons, and nothing. There's no one player that sort of brings out the Dragon spirit in Lara and Garana. He's a cheerio to you because you had to come off a bit of concussion there. I think you went to feeling too well. I haven't heard the full report for that one, but I know that you had a collision of some sorts. But I hear she's fine. So Lara, get well soon.
As long as you know your fingers were holding up, you'll be fine.
Good on you.
Good girl.
Okay, cheers there to Keith Russell as well, who played a strong game. Naming the best actually for the Thunderhawks were Josh Mutre, Keith Russell and David Yates. And for the Dragons, named in the best by the referee from Hamilton, we had Chris Jensen officiating the game here in Warrnambool. So welcome, Chris. Did a great job, I thought, and certainly kept the game flowing and pulled up the necessary stoppages that needed to be happened, but he gave it to Brad Adams.
And we had Paddy Houlihan playing a pretty good game, and Levi Gaddick.
Levi Gaddick, well done, Levi. I thought you played a really strong game too. You're a good support player in the team there for the Dragons. And that's game one at Harris Street Reserve.
Meanwhile, on the other pitch, we had the Hamilton Raiders bringing their home game to Warrnambool to allow their young lads and lasses to see the Melbourne Victory and get a few signatures, and they played host to the Scots Creek Lions.
Indeed. This was actually quite an interesting game because kickoff was 2 o'clock. And 25 past 2, the rain
came, the hail came, and there was even a bit of thunder and lightning off in the bay. And but before we even got to that point, we had a few goals. We had a 8-minute Arabis McCarthy. Arabis.
My mistake. Arabis McCarthy. That's correct. 8-minute goal to give the Raiders the lead.
But even before that, an own goal. Scotty Agnew, an own goal in the 5th minute. I was running a line, I did miss this particular goal, but I'd say it might have been a bit of a deflection. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on that. But 5th minute own goal, an 8th minute goal by Arabis McCarthy. Made it a 2-0 scoreline at the 8th minute. But Seb Hume, young gun.
Good on you, Seb.
12th minute
Another goal for your tally to be added. 12-minute goal by Seb Hume, giving the Lions. They scored 2 goals. But they went 2-1 down. This game was incredibly good because the youngsters stood up. Callum Renfrey, I saw bits of your gameplay. Obviously, the Arabis scoring the first goal there and then coming back and scoring Hamilton's second there in the 36th minute. And then his little brother got in the action, Mika, straight from country championships just prior to the half time. He's put 44th minute goal to give the Hamilton team 4-1 half-time lead. But before half-time...
Oh, well, some people are thinking, wow, that was a quick half-time.
That's what I thought.
The rain, as I mentioned, the rain, the hail, everything came, and Stan Branch, and I believe, rightly so, after hearing the thunder and lightning, did decide to say, look, let's take a couple of minutes off, because as some of you, it has happened before. We have had lightning strikes, not necessarily in Warrnambool, but it has happened in football, and you got to put the player's safety first before anything else. So it was the right decision. We had a few minutes to grab a hot chocolate and a bit of soup that was happening here. So just to get the body warmed up, and Stan Branch blew the whistle again, and we all proceeded out.
To finish off the half as well. Interesting enough, the other game kept going through it. They were near the end of the game, obviously, but player safety, and it was assessed by Stan that he could see the lightning.
A bit of a threat,
good enough to put a stop to the game.
Probably won't
momentarily.
That's all right. We won't question.
Yes, we won't question what he actually wanted. Stan does a great job refereeing, and we don't want him to get a cold.
No, we need all of our refs up and about. So 4-1 at the half for the Hamilton Raiders, and then we pick things up again this time, another own goal. For Clem, 50th minute goal, own goal, so that made the scoreline 5-1. And finally, Erebus making it a hat-trick.
He scored his hat-trick. Good on you.
60th minute goal.
The McCarthy brothers scored all the Hamilton goals, so well done. 4 goals scored by Hamilton, all by the McCarthy brothers. Well done to you lads. Seth Hume scoring the only one for the Lions. Again, he keeps putting him away.
The wet weather really did make it hard for both teams. So I think the experience of the Hamilton team just gave them that edge. They were pressing forward quite a lot. They had the ball up in their half quite a bit, but it was that sort of desperate defending, especially by Louis Guy, who was just rock solid in the back there. Captain leading the team, leading by example, just giving his boys just a bit of hope to try and keep the score respectable. And all things considering, I think they did pretty well.
Did they lose a keeper? Because I got reports of somebody got concussed as well. Maybe Bry, right? I don't know where you were playing.
That might have happened. I believe Scotty Agnew actually did pull on the gloves for the last bit of the game. So.
Yeah, but Bry, right, hope you get better. I did hear that you, I did hear from you tonight actually through Narelle Russell that you're okay, just looking for something that thought was left behind at the club, but it wasn't, which is good. But like I said, Ronnie, the coach, was good to take his player off. He always going to knock to the knee from our challenges as a goalkeeper. So he was there, a goalkeeper. I'm not too sure what time of the game that happened, but Scotty Agnew back in town, back playing soccer. Good to see you, Scotty.
Back with the gloves as well, so it's not really a foreign concept to him. So
so the players, obviously the young lads did play from both teams really strongly. And Johnson's, Seth Hume, the two McCarthy brothers, Mika and Arabes, and Callum Renfrew.
Yeah, a few players.
Strong players. For the Lions, of course, Louis Guyett and Adam Holmes playing strong for them, named in the best. For the Raiders, James Taylor, Callum Renfrew as well played strong games in support of the dynamic duo that scored all the goals for them. And that was what happened in that game, Simo. So,
speaking of Ronnie.
Yes.
I reckon that's a very great segue. Now we, as Carlos mentioned a few episodes back, we've been sort of courting and, trying to entice Ronnie to have a bit of a chat. And
we do on Melbourne Victory Day. So here's Ronnie, just to give us a little bit of his background of Warrnambool soccer.
Joined here by Ronnie, the coach of the Scotts Creek Lions. Pleasure to have you on. You've been meaning to get him on for quite some time, so very glad to have you on. Now, first things first, a name that perhaps some people aren't aware of, but how did you get to become the Scotts Creek Lions coach?
I wanted always to be involved, or since a while I wanted to be involved in the soccer team. So I basically approached them and asked them, or they asked me whether I would play for them, and I said, no, I'll probably rather be coach or help out with coaching. And then found out that they didn't even have a coach, so I was the coach straight away.
Default. Oh, very good.
So yeah, and it's funny because usually when like coaching roles start in usual bigger clubs, I suppose they start from junior teams and work their way up.
Yeah.
But here I started straight away with the senior team, so it was actually quite special in that aspect.
Oh, very good. Now, our listeners and viewers, I'm sure we've picked up a bit of an accent. You are Dutch?
Absolutely.
So tell us a bit about your background, where you grew up, and your soccer background.
Yeah, sure. I grew up in the east part of the Netherlands. I played soccer when I was a kid. Probably when I was about 12 I started playing, and I played for a couple of years. Always loved soccer. I used to be a fan in the Netherlands of a club called Feyenoord in Rotterdam, and followed them. And yeah, I mean, in the Netherlands obviously that's the #1 sport, so like you've got here Australian football, especially in Melbourne area, like that's all people talk about, and that's everything, so it's completely different than out here in that aspect.
Yeah. Yeah. And when did you come out to Australia?
Well, I came in Australia in 1999.
Yep.
I moved into Torquay and worked in Melbourne. Then we moved to Port Island and lived there for a couple of years, and only since 5 years moved to Cobden.
Okay.
And we've got a 5-acre property there, nice sort of setup. So loving it up here, and getting involved in the community is really good. So.
Good. So that sort of Australian accent saying to Creek in a little bit. Now, your boys, Scotts Creek Lions, formerly the Corangamite Lions, you changed the name to Scotts Creek. How do you think they're going this year? Season?
We're still, probably because I'm only just involved in them this year, we're still trying to work out exactly how we play as a team, and also to get our numbers happening every week. We've had a week that we only played with 10, so it makes it hard in aspect to coach a team. If you only have a certain amount, you can't rotate anybody from the bench. So I suppose if you take that all into consideration, I think we're doing all right. I think we've had a couple of wins, a draw, mostly losses, but it's good. We're competitive in that way. So
still a young club as well. You've only, I think, your second season as well.
Yeah,
so
correct.
Things are sort of starting to come together. You've got a youth program, a junior program there as well.
Yes.
So things are up on the up for Scotts Creek Lions. And, who knows? Maybe a top 4 position, and we'll see in the Miro series. It might just. We'll see what happens anyway. But Ronnie, thank you very much for having a chat with us, and I wish your team all the best for this afternoon.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Thanks for that, Ronnie. Always good to have a chat. Always good to find out because we all have interesting diverse backgrounds. Ronnie's he's a Dutch lad.
Yeah.
Yourself, Peruvian.
We're all over. We're very international in
takes all sorts.
It does take all sorts, and the next game actually was an all sorts game.
Very much an all sorts game. Yes, you're in the line.
We have people from Zimbabwe,
Scotland,
from Turkey,
England,
from England, and from Scotland. And the Scottish boys, they bring their banter to the game. But Jenny Flat Rangers versus Merai Stingrays.
My boys and his boys.
Yes, and Simo, unfortunately you were injured for this match.
I'll call it a home incident. I won't go into too much details, but basically, don't ever do the running man on a very smooth floor in socks. Otherwise you land on back and you hurt head.
Yes.
Or
you must have good balance.
Very good balance.
But I was telling Simo, I was looking forward to putting a couple of goals past him, so it wasn't to be this time around.
Not against me anyway, but
not against you.
There'll be one more chance, Mr. Del Rio. There'll be one more chance.
No, I'm looking forward to beating you in the semis and maybe in the finals. We'll see. But in saying that, Stingrays and Jenny Flats fielded 11 players each. No benches for this game. The game was started in a full-blown storm as well. The pitch was Harris Street East, but there had been a full game going on at that time, so it was pretty chopped up by the time we hit the park. My lad started with 10. Ishrupunga was running late, but he was on his way. But your team, very attacking from the word go.
Always.
These boys are a fantastic attacking team, and within 2 minutes, Michael Romans scored a goal thanks to the mud, sort of sticking the ball when we try to clear it and lands not far away from his feet, and he takes it all away, takes a shot, bang, a goal. We had a couple of, we actually, just before that, I'd like to congratulate Awal Malik, who made his debut with us. Awal's on our team sheet. He's only a 12-year-old kid, but he's showing some promise in moving it ahead in this sport, and I gave him the opportunity. It wasn't the best introduction to it with a muddy, wet, horrible game and playing against the league leaders, but thanks Awal. I think he did a good job for us and gave us an extra man on the field, especially when we started with 10 on the start. But yeah, Michael Romans 2. And then it reads
3 minutes.
Bo Arnold 3.
6 minutes.
Stephen Shields 3-0. And just before Ish gets on the park, Jason Sutton gets on the in the action as well on the 16th minute to go to a 4-0 lead, and your boys were on fire.
Blazing.
They were flying. I don't think. And these, I'm glad they sort of scored early because they stopped the infighting in your team a bit now. Everybody was hugging each other and giving each other kisses. There was a lot of tongue going on there. So I'm glad that my team was able to keep your lads happy that way. But Ish showed up. So now we had an extra player, and we actually did alright. We actually scored a goal, 26th minute. James Kinner was at the right end at the time after Lee Hunter tried to beat a couple of players in his own defensive side, thinking he could. They're superstars, but they're not quite superstars. We won the ball, straight pass from Daniel Busaglo to Kinner, who's like.
Oh, we have to give you boys a little bit of no goals. We can't, you know, we have to make it we have to make it interesting.
We have to make it interesting, yeah. But tell you what, that goal nearly pulled a couple of heads off shoulders of your team, especially from one fella. Can't believe they conceded after dominating that part of the game, but they did, and the score was 5.
Because Stephen Shields got another goal.
Oh, Stephen Shields scored on 10 minutes in the 36 minutes, so it was 5-1 at the half. So pretty much, I think the game was pretty much over.
Yeah, I reckon we could have probably just gone into there and forget about it.
And I think the Rangers were probably thinking we should have done that because, hang on, here we come. Here we come. Stephen Shields scored one in the 50th.
As well as Michael Roman.
And then straight from the kickoff, Michael Roman scored another in the 50th as well. And by that stage, we were pretty tired. We were, the Steelers were tied, and there was probably a good opportunity for for the Jenny Flag team to go maybe another 4 if they could shoot straight. I know Stephen Shields put one-on-one with a makeshift keeper that we put on there and just blew it out. Bo Arnold had a couple of good chances, again, put it over the bar or to the side. And my team were thinking, alright, if they're going to keep missing, we'll go and attack. And we attacked. And we got Tolga Merritt, 60th minute. Beautiful goal.
Pato scores a goal in the 65th.
Carlos Del Rio, 65th minute, thanks to good work from with Tolga. And then a minute later, Tolga again hits the...
It's a goal.
Gets a goal.
So what that would make it 8-4.
8-4.
8-4.
No, sorry.
Doesn't matter, we're winning.
7-4. You're winning.
Yeah.
You said it's perfect. Not really, but we were scoring goals. At that stage we were 4 goals up. 4 goals to us, and you guys were 7. 2 actually. This one was a good goal. Michael Roman's 71st minute goal to stop, the momentum at that time. Yeah. I believe it was from a corner that the Stingrays had won, and we actually pushed up a fair bit deep. John Miles got a fist to it finally, and landed at one of your midfielders who put the ball forward, and little legs of Romani just ran all the way through, past everyone, and scored actually a pretty good goal in the mud.
Sounds like him.
71st minute, Jason Sutton got on the park again with a 75th minute goal. And that was pretty much it before Carlos Del Rio steps up and scores the goal.
He gets a brace, wow.
Probably the goal of the round, if I must say so myself. No, it was a very good goal. I was happy with it. This is the first time that I've scored this season, so it was good to finish off with a really good goal.
And we haven't got it on film.
No.
What a shame.
And I want to hear John Miles sort of talk about that one as well. But and that was it for the Stingrays. 80th minute, we scored our 5th. Michael Roman scored one not long after the kickoff, 80th.
Angelo Vended, beautiful.
Angelo gets in the party as well, so it was good to see Angelo get up
and
there.
Victor Cameron gets an 86-minute goal. I mean, we mustn't have been.
I don't know what was going on with Victor.
We got the win. That's all. That's all.
He got the goal, and throughout the game he was bantering me. Oh, come on, Carlos, you got to say that Jennifer Rangers played a good team, good game. You did play a good game. You guys absolutely
You guys played a good game. The Mero Stingrays played a good game, which has played a lot better.
Indeed. And normally 5 goals would have guaranteed 3 points. Normally when we play against probably any opposition on the day, but not the Rangers. The Rangers definitely earned the top billing after that performance as well.
Yeah, we
standouts for the teams were Lee Hunter, Michael Romans and Ellen Lawrence for the Rangers, and we can say my team.
Yes, and in the best for the Mero Stingrays, James Kinner, Tolga Merrick, and Carlos Del Rio picking up the approval from referee Billy Stewart and refereeing this particular game. So
we hope Billy would come out with more cards, but it wasn't to be.
Speaking of cards, of course, serving a 1-game suspension was Tom Southall.
And for the Hamilton Raiders, Malcolm Grimmer also served a suspension in round 10. There are a couple of players on 2 yellows. That one more would mean further suspension. If you've picked up a red card prior to that, your 1-game suspension could be even longer, which I believe that's we're going to see what happens in those ones.
Round 13, is that right?
Yeah, round 13 is the one that you want to try to keep.
Just try and keep a lid on it.
Keep on with it.
Rob Bevan.
So the ladder, Victor Cameron, Angela Van Hoover. There's a whole list of them from Jenny Flat.
Everyone, keep a lid on it.
Jenny Flat Rangers, 24 points ahead of Hamilton Raiders on 24 as well. Thunder Points have made a big move, moving to 18 points.
Yeah, really
consolidate that 3rd position.
Trying to keep up with the top 2.
Mero Stingrays remain on 10, Corangamite remain on 7, and Deakin remain on 6. So the bottom 3 teams, certainly there's some battle going on. It's like a promotion relegation.
It is, yes.
Now,
it is for that
final spot to get into the final.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's it for the week, Simo. But Simo,
yes.
in saying that,
yes.
The Melbourne Victory, we're here.
Thanks,
we got our membership. We'll try to get to a few games this season, but I'm going to go and see Victory play Liverpool in a couple of weeks.
Oh, you got the ticket! You got the golden ticket!
We're looking forward to it.
You're going to stand at the top?
Maybe next week I'll wear my Liverpool song.
I hope the Victory win, because I would hate to think that Liverpool would win. Being a bit of a United fan myself, I hope the Victory, for 2 reasons, get up for a win. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens, and it should be a great game actually.
Absolutely.
It's 2 weeks out, so might talk about that one next week.
See if you can get us an interview with perhaps Archie if he's in town.
Well,
or Stephen Gerrard.
Well, listen. This game.
We've gone global.
We have gone global, and we're getting up to the half an hour wrap now. So it's like a TV show these days. So I don't know how we're going to condense when there's so much action going on. Condense it all.
We can't keep it little.
Keep visiting the Wolves. Keep visiting the leagues. Come and see some games. Come and support the local game here in Warrnambool, Hamilton, and Corangamite, Scotts Creek area. The next games will be actually quickly. So fixture for round 11. Corangamite Lions are hosting Thunderhawks at Scotts Creek. Jenny Flat Rangers are here at home. Deakin University, 1 o'clock kickoff for that one. And the Mero Stingrays are hosting Hamilton Raiders here at Harris Reserve as well, 3 o'clock kickoff. It's all happening here in the Warrnambool District Soccer League. And the rap from Carlos Del Rio.
And Simon Morgan.
Gute Nacht.